What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back with another predicted lineup video. It is FA Cup weekend this weekend, and we travel to the St Mary's down south on the south coast against Southampton, which is a 3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, Saturday, which is a really important game against a side really in form as well. Ralph Hasenhüttl has done a brilliant job this season. Obviously, we played them a few weeks ago, actually, or last month, and obviously we lost with a disaster of the game, with Ndombele going off injured, Harry Kane going off injured. Looks like Ndombele is only coming back now, and Harry Kane looks like to be out for the rest of the season. But I can't stress enough how hard this game is going to be. Southampton, like I said before, on really good form this season. But let's get into the predicted lineup, and let's start off with the injury news and with the maybes. So obviously Kane, Sissoko and Davis are still out with injuries, without return dates, so they're going to miss out for the foreseeable future. And obviously we got Harry Winks, who's being assessed for his ankle injury at the moment, so he's just a doubt for tomorrow, but I suspect he won't play. But let's get into the predicted lineup, and in goal is a toss-up between Hugo Lloris, who's just returned from injury, made his first game back against Norwich, and Paulo Gazzaniga, who was a bit unfortunate not to play against Norwich. I feel that he's had a good stint in goal since Hugo Lloris has been out, and for that I'm going to put him in goal this game. I think Hugo will be there for the league games, but I've got a feeling Gazzaniga is going to come in tomorrow, just as I can't see him playing anytime soon. So I think we'll keep Gazzaniga for the cup game, seeing as he did so well as our first choice keeper while Hugo was out. So Gazzaniga in goal. On the right side of defence, we're going to go for Serge Aurier. I think he had a brilliant game last game against Norwich, and the stats are there to back up that he's actually had a good season. Never mind what I've been saying, never mind what Spurs fans have been saying. You know, I've been one to slate his woeful performances, his mistakes, careless passes, but he's got the second most assists in all competitions in England, in the top flight anyway, just behind Trent Alexander-Arnold. So you've got to put a bit of respect on Serge's name. I think he does get a bit of needless criticism sometimes, but sometimes the criticism is very much needed. So I think Serge is going to start right back. Left back, we've got a few options of Tanganga, Ryan Sessegnon, Jan Vertonghen, but I think Tanganga is going to play. Obviously, he was a bit unlucky not to play in the last game, seeing as he's come into the frame out of nowhere, really, and put in some really good performances. So I'm going to put Tanganga left back, seeing as Rose has a supposed fallout with Jose Mourinho, if you want to listen to the press. And Jan Vertonghen, I feel that he just needs a rest, his tiring legs. So he's played a couple of games recently, Jan Vertonghen, so I'm going to stick to Tanganga there. Centre backs, I'm going to put in Toby and Sanchez. Obviously Sanchez hasn't played in a while, and I think he'll slot straight back in again alongside Toby Alderweireld, who will probably be our captain on the day if Hugo doesn't play. In the double pivot is going to be an interesting one. Obviously Winks, like I said before, he's being assessed, so he's just a doubt for the game. So I've got a feeling Gedson Fernandes to get his first start alongside Tanguy Ndombele, who's returned from injury last week on the bench against Norwich. So hopefully he can make his start this week. But you know, last game he started was against Southampton, and he went off injured after about 20 minutes that game. So let's hope the same thing doesn't happen. So in the centre, we're going to go for Gedson and Ndombele. The three behind the striker, I think it's going to be the same as the last game. So Lo Celso, Dele Alli and Heung-min Son, with Lucas Moura up top. If this is the team, I think we got a good chance of winning. I think we've got a good chance of winning anyway. I think Southampton, like I said before, are a really good side, really on form. It's going to be a tough game. They play with two strikers up top, and they give any team they play at the moment big problems in the defence. They're a solid team as well. The way Ralph Hasenhüttl sets them up, really solid side. But back onto Tottenham. If this is the lineup, I think we still have players to bring on the bench if we're struggling. So you've got players the likes of Eric Lamela, Eric Dyer, Jan Vertonghen, Parrott as well. Potentially Jose Mourinho said he could play a part in this game. And Ryan Sessegnon, who I feel hasn't reached the heights which we thought he could. But obviously he's young and he hasn't played that many games yet. So I think we've got to stick by Ryan Sessegnon and just show our support to him, because he really is lacking in confidence at the moment. So And he's 19 years old, so you've got to cut the guy a bit of slack, but I think he's just not ready to start for us just yet. And then obviously the last one, Christian Eriksen, who we say shouldn't be playing every game, but he's still a Tottenham player, so we'll see what happens there. If this is the lineup, I think it'll be a difficult game. I can see it being a draw, but I can also see us sneaking this one 2-1, so I'm going to go for 2-1 to Tottenham. But yeah, there you have it. FA Cup, probably our biggest chance of winning a trophy this season. Let's hope so. Let's hope we can go on a big run. Let's make it back to Wembley. I know most of you are sick of the sight of Wembley after being there for so long, but I know a few of you kind of miss it, so you want to get back there at the end of this season. So anyway, that's my predicted lineup. Let me know what your predicted lineup's going to be. Like, subscribe and comment below, and as always, come on you Spurs.